when it comes to fame in particular, my relationship with it is as follows, right? I acknowledge my weakness to want to be known to some extent, but I have to tame it. And I also acknowledge my weakness to want to correct myself. My own weakness, well, you can call it a neutral feeling, this one, which is that I love myself. I love myself. So if someone attacks me, makes a video about me, and it gets 1 million views, sorry to say, and he's attacking me, I'm going to feel more strongly about that than if someone makes a video about you. So sorry to say.
Yeah, I get it, of course.
Yani, I'm just being totally honest.
No, it's the truth. Yourself first.
I will be, no, like, let's say, for example, on a scale of 1 to 10, if someone made a video about attacking me, I might be irritated to that. If it got 1 million views, if it get 10,000, I won't even look at it. But honestly, if you get certain numbers, I don't even look at them.
Yeah.
Because I need a higher threshold now of criticism. Before, 10,000 was a big number for me. But now, I need maybe like 50,000, 100,000, I'll start looking at the video. I'm being seriously.
Nice one up.
You know, no, but I'm saying like the threshold of criticism has increased.
Right.
But if you made the same video about you, I'm saying like I would, if I'm being totally honest, I would care more because I love me more than I love you, right? As simple as that's I love me more than I love you.
He loves himself more.
However, if someone made a video about you, I might be irritated, and if it's completely oppressive, I might be irritated like 30%, 40%. If you made it about me, I'll be irritated 80 or 90%. That's a big difference. Now, what do I do as a human being? How do I respond to that? Firstly, I say, how much has this irritated me? How much has this affected the public? For my own mental health sake, I would say, if it irritated me so much, let me respond. Sorry to say. Because why should I have all this resentment inside of me? Let me respond. And then I feel better about myself after I respond. And this might sound completely un-Islamic, but I'm doing it for me. I might not even be doing it for the Islam. And as bad as that might sound, I'm doing this particular action to defend myself so that I can feel better.
But Muhammad, as a Muslim,
but
you should defend your own honor.
Yeah.
You should defend your image.
Let's just say someone said to me like, this person that committed this and that thing, and it's false what they said about me. Let's say this person, he some scam say that, Akhi Ayman, he unfortunately done this and that or the other, or Sneeko done this or whatever. This really doesn't benefit. You could argue an indirect benefit, but you might decide, you know what, this is hurting me, and this is I love myself. Because if I didn't love myself, I wouldn't feel the pain. So I would actually respond just because I feel like, my honor is worth protecting for me, for my own sake. So that's the relationship. I'm trying to be as honest as possible with myself on these matters, because I don't want to be fake. It's true that sometimes if I cared so much about everything that affects Islam, I'd be looking at all the videos that talk about the Prophet Muhammad and talk about Allah and respond to those. I wouldn't even look at the videos that talk about money.
This is a bit extreme though. So the thing is this, right? The question is, let's say from an Islamic point of view, right? Is it the right thing for it to be me first responding? Because the thing is, when you say someone made a video about you as well, there are many things to be looked at. First, the content they're making. Is it actually correct or incorrect? Because a lot of people are ignorant, they incorrectly correct you. So there's just jahl murakkab, right? Compounded ignorance. And then you have the mannerisms in which they corrected you, right? The sunnah way of correcting you, saying this person has benefits, mentioning his benefits, saying that this is a very small thing, for example, in a right, correct way, mannerful way, right? Or someone who comes out, this ignorant guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, look, these people who don't know. This is a different way, right? A different way, which would increase your kind of want to respond as well, right? Of the way they how to do it. But the thing is, if they make a video and what the content is correct, meaning what they're correcting you upon is correct.
Then it's just you buy the bullet. It happens. I was going back and forth with a particular group. I don't want to mention you there because I want to get everyone in trouble. They produce a PDF and stuff.
Catch me outside.
And this guy, he produced 600 pages on me, right? 600 pages, refutation, humiliation, all this. You guys know who it is. And unfortunately, I looked through some of those pages.
600.
600 pages. It's the same size as Quran. Quran is 600 pages. But anyway, so I was looking through them, and some of the things that this guy was saying was true, I think. Like some of the corrections, they looked at my Speaker's Corner videos, and they got the timestamps, and I made mistakes about Aqidah, about Hadith, and they found them. And like in a way, I was feeling two ways about it. I didn't like it from one perspective, but in a way, it's like I would pay someone to do this because I would like someone to fix my mistake. I had to come out and say, okay, well, you know, he was right. It was very embarrassing because it was really heated back and forth. Like we were humiliating each other, bro. Like I was humiliating him, he was humiliating me, and then I had to come out and say, well, you know, he was right about this and that. Let's continue now. It's bad.
I've noticed one thing, right? I've had this before. One Christian who came, without mentioning name, who came on my live stream, this and that. He tried to do something, then it didn't work out. But I didn't want to give him the recognition, which is another problem. If you remind me of giving recognitions to the nonsensical idiot disbelievers, if you remind me, we'll come back to that because it's a very important point which made an issue, right? Yeah. The individual, he joined, right? Okay, I just responded to his questions, like, done, conversation's over, removed him from the stream, continued my da'wah, stream's done, right? He tried to take the clip and upload it. Of course, copyrighted him. You're not going to get fame off me, right? You're not going to use my name with the title, right? Or X person, right? And then try to get fame using my name, right? It's not going to happen. Trying to get Muslim audience to your Christian channel, right? That's not going to happen. It's idiotic, right? But the thing is, I want to talk about is this. Is I ignored him. He made 3 or 4 streams about me later on, talking about the thing. He uploaded another video. He reacted to it. I also copyrighted it. He got more angry, right? Yeah. Then he made 4 streams talking about me. And the thing is, what ended up happening tactically? He introduced me to his Christian audience. Oh wow! And none of my Muslim audience went to his channel, and we ended up winning, right? But the thing I want to mention is this: like what he said about what he said about not responding. What he said about not responding. Yeah. That's why you know the poet like Shafi'i, but this is صاحب الديوان, not Imam Shafi'i, right? The poet. He said, يخاطبني السفيه بكل قبح فأكره أن أكون له مجيبا. That the ignorant person, he speaks me very rudely.
Women, is that different Shafi'i?
Yeah, there's one who's a poet. He has a diwan. So not the Imam.
But the Imam had the diwan as well, right?
No, that's a different Shafi'i now. There's two. One which is a poet and the Imam.
That's the case. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good that you told me.
Yeah. So he says يخاطبني السفيه بكل قبح فأكره أن أكون له مجيبا. The ignorant person speaks to me very rudely. Then I hate to respond to him. يزيد سفاهة فأزيد حلما كعود زاده الإحراق طيبة. He increases in his ignorance and I increase in forbearance.
But like the poet also said.
Yes, but let me finish it first. Let me finish it because the last part is good. He says إذا نطق السفيه فلا تجبه. If the ignorant person speaks, do not respond to him. فخير من إجابته السكوت. It's better that you respond to him that you remain silent. فإن كلمته فرجت عنه. If you speak, you've given him what he wanted.
Exactly.
وإن خليته كمدا يموت. If you leave him, he'll die in suffocation. Because look, he is trying to get some sort of a reaction.
He wants attention.
Yeah.
He wants 600 pages about you. That's a love letter.
Exactly. And now there's a back and forth.
Shakespeare, bro.
And now there's a back and forth. Not only there's a back and forth.
You got to see who it is though. So like strategically, if the person, like, let's say for example, let's say Joe Rogan attacks Nico, like copiously.
It's different, yeah, absolutely.
No, it makes sense for Nico to respond because he wins from that interaction.
Exactly, that's the important point. That's why that person had like about 60,000, 70,000, nobody basically, right? They're looking from a social media.
It's better to just ignore them.
Exactly. So the thing is, it's if I respond, this is what ends up to happen. Now, when you say what you said is the key point. It becomes a battle of the egos. Yes. Because you said it's about me, and he will say it's about me. So he will make a video responding to you. You will make a video, and this is happening in the Muslim world now. I do not know if you know. Nawawi and this and that. The whole oh, you're part of that. Okay.
Did you not see that?
No. I don't keep like.
I done it in Arabic, Akhi. It was a very fine response.
I know. I didn't keep up. But there's so many. This is my point. There's so many, right? There's so many. It becomes a battle of ego, right? This person keeps making a video
with that one. Okay, I actually have to.
Yeah, but they see the point, and then what happens? You end up leaving your beneficial what they were doing, right? Yeah. And we end up confusing the general masses. Look, brother, you said something about me, right? Yeah. I'm not in controversy. I've been on the space for like what 2-3 years now, or 4 years, whatever. How many years? Yeah, I'm not into controversy, but what I end up doing.
By the way, when I was in 2-3 years, I wasn't into controversy. Now you're going to cross the bridge.
No, wait, this bad. This bad. No. It is like
when you reach a certain threshold, the controversy follows you.
No, but I want to say something. I want to say something that important that I was mentioning about this idea is I end up dealing with the aftermath because the people don't put me on either side, so they end up coming to me. should I take the position of person X or should I take the position of person Z?
Yeah.
And both answers are wrong because in most cases, sadly, that both of the positions are wrong. And there's a middle opinion that you should take as a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
So sadly, there's a lot of people who are outside of this issues. They end up dealing with the aftermath,
Yeah.
and the effect, the harm that happens to the layman. A lot of the people who do these responses don't notice, because I deal with the people in the street a lot more. I deal with the lay public a lot more. I do a lot more streams, so I see the effect. They end up getting confused. Like proper confused, right?
You're right about that.
And the issues where people disagree are
No, you're right
usually it's a very intricate, detailed issue, so they don't know what's going on. Why is this person refuting this person But they end up becoming what? Cheerleaders. Yeah. I love this person, I'm his follower, so I agree with him on whatever he says.
Yeah.
And the other person was following the other person, I love this person, he's my role model. Whatever he says, I don't understand what they say, but I'm going to support them because I love them, you know?
Yeah.
And it ends up becoming Muslims fighting each other, battles, cursing mother and father, collecting mistakes.
100%.
So you see, why am I talking about like this remaining quiet? Because one of my main teachers, or one of my teachers in Egypt, he was attacked by that group that we were talking about before.
Sure he was.
For almost 20 years.
SubhanAllah.
And he never made a single response to them by name.
No, that's
And you know what?
Sabr and Jameel.
And subhanAllah, do you know what happens?
Allahumma barik.
This Sheikh I'm talking about, every single person of the lay public in Egypt loves him.
Oh, really?
No one knows about all of these refutation of this or that. Go to the lay public. They will say to you he's like a father to me.
Really?
Right? Especially the people in the past, right? Because now he's very old in age. May Allah preserve him, right?
I mean,
so this is the thing.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to mention names, right? Don't get us in trouble, please. Yeah. Okay. So the thing is this: why did he have that? Because the lay public, they look at you, especially if they respect you, they look at you and they look at that as petty behavior. Like this person I respect. Why is he going back and forth with another Muslim? They're not going to look at the details. He's right. He's wrong. They don't understand most of it. They just look, okay, these are two Muslims. They're supposed to be. I respect them because they're pushing Islam forward. You know, they don't know the real us. You know what Allah knows about us. They think that we're very good, and this is what they think, right? So this person that I respect, and he's supposed to be supporting Islam and brotherhood and this and that. He's talking about this other person. All of these people, let me ignore all of them. And I heard this a lot. I've stopped listening to all of these people because of this petty back and forth that is taking place. So I think the childish aspect is not only...
Is your policy not to engage with anyone by name?
If someone, my policy on my channel, I don't mention usually people by name, right?
Okay.
But assuming someone makes a video about me, it's one of two things. The person made his point was correct.
Yeah.
His point was correct. And then I would say, yeah, this person's right. I'll say, Jazakallah khair for correcting me.
Sure.
Even if he said it badly, Jazakallah khair.
Have you ever had to make any retractions?
Not yet, no. But if it happens, if it happens, I remember only one time. Brother,
you already done, inshallah.
I remember only one, but it was not about Islam, it was about something to do with the book. Brother Farid corrected to mention him by name as well.
Yeah.
He spoke to some of the brothers, and then
good.
and then some of the brothers they connected him with me, this and that, and then he corrected me on something to do with manuscripts, right?
Oh, he's very good at that.
Yeah, because this is his field, like his specialty. So I mentioned some manuscripts which were not necessarily available to do with hadith, etc. Right? So he corrected me, so I removed that from the video, corrected it, right?
Yeah.
So that is one time I remember this happening from the brothers. But generally, another time as well. Yeah, I had another brother, but it was
keep remembering.
Yeah, but this other time
You've had to make your fair share of retractions as well, isn't it? Sometimes it's on my feed. You're apologizing. I don't even know what you're apologizing for.
This other person that
We'll talk
made,
about it after.
the other person that made the video, more that he thought that I should not have engaged. It's not about Islamic knowledge. It's about how that specific non-Muslim. But later on, when I explained to him the context, this person has a non-Muslim channel, career Islamophobe, has videos refuting Islam. Then he said you're correct, right? So he came back on what he was advising on, right? So that's not considered.
That's the benefit of sticking just to the Quran and what you talk about.
Exactly, yeah.
Like public figure, you're an influencer. I know you hate that term. Like your character will be what's attacked. People will come at you. I'm sure that happens to you, Akhi Ayman.
Yeah.
I've heard some things about you. You got canceled for saying, I don't know, just
I love it.
for nonsense.
I love it.
Like, but people come at me, and this is why it's good to do collaborations with guys like you, because I don't have a YouTube channel, so people will make documentaries. They'll make a 600-page, 600-minute long
They
video
probably
about
made
me.
more, isn't it?
Yeah, and I can't respond. I'm not even on the website to be able to defend myself. But I notice a lot of these people, they kind of want the best for you, in a hateful way, because in my world, it's more of a game of...
No, I disagree still.
Well, in my
They
world...
want the best for you in a hateful way. Nah, sneak on.
I like to see the good in it.
American.
I told him before he's too nice. He's very nice.
He's a very
I have to have a good outlook on it because they try to ruin my life.
But
if I got angry, they would win. So the only thing
Yes.
I can do is to stay on my dean and try to give the best message possible.
Absolutely.
If I didn't,
That's
if I played their game, I'm fighting a losing battle.
Yes.
They're attacking me on a website that I'm not allowed on.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is see the best in it and think that these people, like, they're taking advantage of the attention system, the fact that my name generates views, and they can generate views off of my name. And more likely, like with the internet, you're gonna get more views by canceling someone by saying something negative. So they just really deep down, I think in their hearts, they do want the best for you. They want to push you to be better, and they're just attacking your weak points because the internet does not reward you speaking positively about somebody at all.
And the thing that you're asking me what you would do is this the if they're doing something correct, then I'll just admit, okay, this specific thing is correct. Thank you for correcting me. But if they're saying something incorrect, then
All they do is lie about it.
yeah, then I would look on different aspects. I would look first, how much impact is it making?
Exactly. Yeah.
How much impact is it making? Because that can also correlate with the people benefiting from the content I do. So there is an Islamic angle there that I'm looking at, right? So
There's also a personal angle.
yeah, but this is the difference now that on how you will correct yourself, right? Which is the most important thing later on. Okay, they made a video which is incorrect. How would I respond? The same way that my teacher that I was talking about, one of my teachers did. He made a video clarifying the issue. So they made a claim. He didn't mention who attacked him. He didn't mention anything about them. He made a video on his channel. He said, look, some people said that I've said this and that. This is the correct, this is the evidence. This is the Quran and Sunnah. Video stuff. Now, my audience know the truth about this issue. If any of them hears any of the stuff, they say, no, that's not actually correct. There's a video where he clarified this issue. Done. I don't have to give them attention. I don't have to get back and forth, make 100 videos about me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If you're wrong, I'll clarify to my audience that this specific person was wrong in this issue. So don't worry about that if you heard it. If it has a major impact. If it doesn't, I'm going to ignore it. And if it's correct, you admit that okay, khalas, jazakallah khair, brother, for correcting me.
I think people also respect when people correct themselves, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, because you were talking about vulnerability. There's nobody in, like, if you are a person that's been public for a very long time and you haven't actually corrected yourself at least once, either you're deluded because you think everything you do is right, or you don't know how to self-analyze or self-account. And that's a real problem.
You know, there's something interesting.
Why can't you just self-analyze, but not in front of them?
That's interesting.
You've done something publicly.
yeah,
bro.
that's something.
No, but
You have to correct it.
he's making a very good point, which I try to do with almost all of my video, right?
Yeah.
For example, if I'm doing a live content,
Yeah.
I don't keep the live up. I upload it later on, and I always review my own content before it goes on the channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always review my own.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so if there is anything that I know, it's not only wrong, but I go to extra levels. For example, it's not only wrong, it's not only doubtful, but people could perceive negatively. Even though I know it's not negative necessarily, but people could push them away or make them feel a certain way. Even that I would correct, right?
Yeah, sure.
And sometimes you might have issues. No problem. There's always an editing button on YouTube. If you came across something, it's like you can edit that specific part. Like there's no issues, right? If it's not something wrong, okay, edit it, remove it. If it's making people feel a certain way, even though it's correct, right? So trying to cause less disturbance among the laymen as possible. This is what I want, right?
Yeah,
Don't want people fighting this person back and forth, this and
That's
that.
good.
So I think reviewing what he's saying in a way, if you film your content,
Yes.
and if you review it, and if you come across something you didn't know someone else was correct,
Right,
let's
yeah.
correct it. Come out and say it's right. But it's true. They would respect you.